Hi everybody, Jo here. Thanks for joining me today. As always, lovely to have your company. Now, I thought we'd have a bit of a play today. This is one design I've come up with, but it is very much a feminine design. So, lovely Tina left me a comment and said, could I show more masculine designs? And I do agree. I'm so sorry. I do tend to go for the florals. You know what I'm like, a bit of a tinker. So this is perfect, and I'm just going to put a masculine take on this design. I'll let you have a look at this one first. And what I've used is some fabulous new Greyboard products that we've got at Lavinia. They've been out now for I think possibly a week. I record these videos between you and me 2 weeks in advance, so I think it's possibly a week, 2 weeks. If I bring them in, now obviously when you get yours, you will have full packs. As you can see, I've been playing. So we've got these clocks, and we've got clocks 1 and clocks 2. And obviously I've popped some out. And on the one I've got here, I've put my almost fob watch clock, I don't know, handle on it. Make your own words up for whatever you want to call that. And the one I'm going to do with a male theme, I've coloured, and there's some clock hands, and I've coloured those. And that's what I'm going to pop on the card we're going to do. So we'll make the basis of the card, and then I'll show you how I've coloured my lovely grey board, if that's okay. I think we'll do it that way round, but these are just brilliant. So I'm going to put those there. I have a plan, she says. You know what happens, best laid plans and all that. So I'm going to start for this. I'm going to move this out of the way. And this is just a 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch. And this is multifarious cardstock. And this is going to go on a 6x6 card blank. I'm thinking for postage and things like that. And I'm going to come in to start off with our acetate circle masks. I want almost the mask of the larger. And then I'm going to actually use the innie. And again, on my little innies, look, my little, what I call my moon masks, I put a little bit of Posca. I know we've got a couple of new followers, and it's lovely to have your company, thank you. Pop a little dab of paint or Posca, just means you've less chance of losing them. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to add some colour to this. Now, I've gone for Sahara, almost for a vintage feel. I'm thinking male card, so I'm going to go a bit vintage. Now, we've done this before, so you'll all be really good at this. And we're going to come in on the mask and just blend a little bit of colour. Start in this corner, because I want this corner deeper. We'll add a little bit more so it's deeper. And then when we've got less ink, only when we've got less ink on, then can we blend round up here. If we do it when we've got too much ink on, it'll be too dark, and also with more chance of getting lines. So I'm thinking that's about right. And I want to add the moon. Now this time I want the full moon in here. So I'm going to hold that. Now I could have taken my outer mask off, but just in case, like that, look, just in case, I'm going to keep them both in place just for this top bit round here. You sort of have to be a bit ambidextrous for this, using fingers, thumbs. Now you could tape it down. I know there'll be those of you that'll be shouting at me, Jo, why don't you tape it down? I'm just a bit, you know, I'm not keen on taping stuff down. So, right. But we all have our little things, don't we? And I've got a feeling I have more than most. That bit, I just want to actually tidy that bit up a little bit. So I'm just coming in, I've got less ink on my brush, and I'm just, there we go, that's better. I had a few little lines there. Now, I don't know if you could see them, but I certainly could, so I was getting rid of those. And I'm just going to wipe, because again, if you don't wipe these, if you put them away with ink on, next time you pick them up, you'll get ink on your hands, you'll get the wrong colour on your work. Or if you're like me and have to redo something. Done that a few times recently. Now, what I have done on a piece of copy paper, look, I've actually drawn a circle of the mask and cut it out. So I've made myself a copy paper, and as you can see, I have used this rather a lot. And what I'm going to do is do a little bit of stamping now. I'm just going to turn this to the side. And the stamp I'm going to use is this lovely fairy fir tree, and it's a small one. And my idea is to stamp some of the fir trees in here. But a little tip, before we start stamping, I'm going to pop my lovely clock, look, on here, and look at that. Would you believe it's just the right size? So I need to be mindful, if I stamp, normally I'd probably stamp the tree here, you see. But if I do, I think that's going to be too tall. So I need to really think, if I'm going to put that there, I possibly want my trees more there. Does that make sense? Or am I overthinking it? So that's what I'm thinking of. So I need to think that in my head. So I'm just turning it sideways because I just find it easier stamping sideways. So I'll pop the mask on, and I'm going to use pine cone for this, and I'm coming in with my VersaFine Clay, my permanent ink. So I'm being mindful, telling myself, I said about the middle, didn't I? So there we go, we've done it now anyway. So let's have a first, and let's have a little second generation there, and that's lovely. It just helps with that perspective and depth. And I don't want to overcook this. So I'll have another, should we go 3? And then maybe just the tip there. We want an odd number, don't we? So I'm thinking just a little bit there. Yeah. Right, let's have a look at that. So I like that composition. It's not overcooking it. And I'm thinking if we put this, yeah, happy with that. Oh, we did that okay, didn't we? Now I want to do a little bit of faux bleaching. So I'm going to pop this back on here, only because I don't want to get water splats on the rest of my card. I've got my fan brush in my water pot, and I'll just come in and we'll add a little bit of faux bleaching just onto there. There we go. And then I'll move that, and I'll just clean my stamp. She says. So I'm just going to give my stamp a bit of a clean. Again, you know me, I like to keep things all nice and clean. Pop that to one side. And I'm just going to give this a little bit of a, I like to just blot mine just to see how the faux bleaching's going. So let me just, oh yeah, that's enough. I don't want it to be too, so that's nice. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to pop that there, and I'll just show you with the grey board how I colour my grey board. Lots of different ways of colouring the grey board. Oh, we've got so many products you can use. So if I don't want to lose my grey board I've already coloured. So we'll pop one of these out, and I'll pop the middle out. And I'll just quickly, you don't want me to show you everything, do you? Or do you? So if I was going to colour this, what I've used for my original is I've gone for the gilding polish, metallic gilding polish, and I've gone for 2 colours. I've gone for the copper shine and a little bit of the lime burst, just to add almost that patinery effect. Now, honestly, dead easy this. There's an applicator in the lid, but I've got to be honest, when I'm doing my grey board, for me, I found the best way. And I've just brought in a little bit of a protection mat, just because I don't want to get it on my Lavinia mat. And I just paint it on. Again, nothing difficult. But I literally, make sure you go around the edge. Or go around the middle. Now, when you put your gilding polish to bed, remember the night-night routine. So I'm going to open my bottle, spritz, night-night, spritz twice, remember night-night, lid on. Now to add the little bit of patina effect, what I did was, got to be honest, I just popped my finger and then I just literally added a little bit, just where I wanted it, just like that, can you? And as that dries, I'm just going to wipe my finger. I could have used my brush, but to be honest, and remember, it's water-based, just wipes off, look. Now again, because I've been into my pot, we need the little bit of night-night, lid on, job done. And then I will put that to one side. Now a little hint and tip, we have got the most fabulous numbers and cogs as well. Give you a little look there. So at the same time, normally when I've got my gilding polishes out and I've got it on my finger, I tend to do a few. So I'd have some cogs ready and then they're ready for when I've got a card that needs them. So I'll just pop this. Now I am running out of one side and I can't put it on the floor next to me because Eric's fast asleep. I'm going to put that over there. Make sure we haven't got any on here. So here's the lovely card that we did. And I'll just run my heat tool. I'm sure it's dry, but we'll run the heat tool over it just to be certain. Here's our lovely pieces. And before I stick those on, I'm going to put a sentiment on here. And it's which one? And I think time for an adventure, because I'm thinking clock, time. So where's my scissors? And I'm thinking I'm just going to pop that over this side here. And I think this would make a fabulous male birthday card. You know, if you needed a retirement card. And with the numbers, if it was a birthday, you could add the numbers. Maybe it's somebody going away. Now, to actually pop this on, I'm using the Bippity Boppity glue. Dries clear. But a little tip for me, just making sure I do this away from my card, because I don't want to spill any ink on my card. Because you can guarantee if I drop some, it's going to go on my card, isn't it? Or is it just me that happens too? I like to just spread it out with my finger along the back. Now it does dry clear, so if I get some on the front by mistake, it will dry clear. But if I spread it out, look, I've got less chance of it sort of seeping out, but also I've got less chance of it not sticking. Let me have a look at the front. Now I need to make sure I've got this the right way, don't I? So I reckon that's 12 and that's 6. A little bit of wiggle time. Just hold that down. Yeah, I love that. And it's just a spin of, you know, making a little, I know some of the design you can't see, but for me, it's just that idea. Sometimes it's nice not to see everything. Now with the handles here, you might want to have them in at a specific time. You know, if it's for a specific reason. I'm just going to put mine where I think they look nice on the design. But it could be a specific time that somebody was going away, or I'm just going to put that one there. Yeah, and then that one there. So again, a little bit of glue. And I'm just pressing. I'll pop that one there. Now, you could leave it like that if you wanted. I'm just going to come in with a few little Posca splats. And again, just across the whole card design. There we go. Put my pen away. And this for me has got so many, using the clock around the aperture, I was thinking of so many designs. Do you know, once I started playing with this, look at that. If you were having a party, imagine you could put it the time that the party, a wedding. There are so many things that you can do with this. And, like I say, a fabulous mail card. So I'll bring them both in. So this is the one we've made today, obviously, and here we've got just an alternative. Now, with this, I did think, we used to call these the lovely dandelion. This is the tall dandelion stamp. We called them dandelion clocks when I was little, or I should say younger, because I'm still little. And so I thought that was quite a play on the theme of clocks and time, and that's why I had to pop Time Flies. But again, that's probably me overthinking it. Well, Tina, I hope you like some ideas there for a male-themed card. And this is definitely time for an adventure. So have a look on the website at the Greyboard. Honestly, I think you're going to really love them. As I say, so many products you can use to colour them. Let me know what you think. As always, I love to hear from you. Okay, everybody. I'll see you again soon. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.